Good morning, everybody. In the previous videos, among some contemporary and conflicting issues, we have completed up to Article 22, which related to fundamental rights. Today, I will briefly discuss about the other fundamental rights and will also bring to your notice the controversy surrounding these fundamental rights. Article 23 is about prohibition of trafficking in human beings. That means either trafficking in women or children for prostitution or beggary is prohibited by the Constitution. Article 24 prohibits employment of children below the age of 14 years in business enterprises. Of course, above 14 years is called an adolescent and can be employed, but such workplace should not be fraught with risks like heavy machinery or paint industries, etc. Article 25 is about following any faith and its propagation. Article 26 is about maintenance of religious institutions and holding properties in the name of religious institutions. Article 27 is about freedom of payment of taxes to any religious institution. That is voluntary, but no such taxes shall be levied for the purposes of any religious institution or religious activity. But people have freedom under Article 28 to attend religious institutions or religious prayers. Article 29 and 30 relate to protection of interest of minorities. They are allowed to establish minority educational institutions and other fundamental rights are not very important. They need not have any discussion here. However, in this chapter, 22 is provided to give means of constitutional remedies to the citizens. Honorable Supreme Court is empowered to issue writs of mandamus, prohibition, certiorari, etc. writs to enforce fundamental rights of citizens. There has been some controversy with regard to right of the Parliament to amend or meddle with these fundamental rights. Until 1967, it was believed that Parliament has right to amend the fundamental rights contained in Chapter 3 of the Constitution. In 1967, through the case of Golaknath versus Union of India, Honorable Supreme Court said that fundamental rights cannot be altered, cannot be tampered with by the Parliament. To counter this Supreme Court judgment, 24th Amendment of 1971 was brought by the Congress government under the leadership of Srimati Indira Gandhi. This 24th Amendment enables the Parliament to dilute the fundamental rights, to restrict or etc. This amendment contained that notwithstanding anything contained in the Constitution, the Parliament shall have right to reduce, waive, alter, or make any variation or repeal the fundamental rights in accordance with the procedure laid down in this article, that is Article 368. Further, it was also held that on presentation of the bill for altering the fundamental rights, the President shall give assent thereto. That means bound to give his assent. It was further held that Article 13 does not apply to constitutional amendments. We have discussed previously, Article 13 says that any enactments interfering with fundamental rights shall be null and void. The heading of Article 368 was previously procedure to amend the Constitution. Through this 24th Amendment, it was changed as power of Parliament to amend the Constitution. Right to amend the Constitution is a over-enthusiastic term used to keep it beyond doubt, to declare that Parliament has power to amend the Constitution. In my opinion, Parliament has the power to amend the Constitution because it was written by the then Parliament only. Though it is called a Constituent Assembly, it was like a Parliament. It is conglomeration of representatives of the people. In view of the changing circumstances, there is need to alter the Constitution. It must be allowed to be done by the Parliament. We know Parliament means under Article 79, it includes the President of India. If they are not allowed to amend the Constitution, who else can do that? But unfortunately, the Supreme Court in several cases holding that the Parliament cannot alter the Constitution so as to disturb the basic structure of the Constitution. Article 124 was ignored and several constitutional amendments were struck down. While I was listening to the speech of Nani Palkhiwala, he was lamenting regarding this 24th Amendment of 1971. He was saying, now the Parliament can take away the fundamental rights of the citizens. Who can stop? Courts are barred from interfering with constitutional amendments under the same amendment, and the President is bound to assent to such bills. Then who should protect the fundamental rights of citizens of this country? With great pain, I submit to you. The entire polity, press and judiciary, including legal fraternity, are forgetting to see the oaths of office of the executive, namely the President and the governors, judiciary, and legislative members. All others take oath to truly abide by the Constitution and to uphold the sovereignty of the country, whereas the President of India and the governors take oath under Article 60 and 159 to preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of India and the law, and to devote themselves for the service and well-being of the citizens of India. Should we not understand the purport of this oath of office? These executive take oath to preserve, protect and defend the law and the Constitution, whereas others take oath to truly abide by the constitution. The word truly has got lot of legal significance. Every jurist knows this. Truly means you cannot change even a single letter or word. And again, his promise is to devote himself for the service and well-being of the citizens of India. Then who should bother about the fundamental rights of citizens of this country? Is it legal fraternity or judiciary or somebody else? So, if we understand the oaths of office of president and the governor, and if we understand the difference or the distinction between legislative and the executive and judiciary, there would not be any confusion. If a law is made by the parliament, it is not a permanent gospel. It can be changed by next parliament. There can be agitations on the roads throughout the country. But Supreme Court judgments are much more dangerous. People cannot revolt against them. People cannot question them. Yet they become unalterable. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. I request you to please subscribe, share and comment on my videos. I will be glad to reply to your comments. Thank you.